Warthog Princess, and happy Friday! Welcome to another Vera Bradley haul. This one comes from a couple different places. It comes from the base exchange at the Air Force Base here in Tucson, and also from the retail store. So it's all retail stuff. But here we go. So I went to the BX because I thought I just need to check and see if they have any of the best in show, because then I could do hands-on face-to-face pattern placement picking, and either for myself or for other Vera friends who are looking for specific dogs or characters in the pattern. So I had to go check it out, and guess what? They didn't have it. They didn't have a single piece of it. Now they may still get it. The thing about the BX is they have a decent assortment actually, but it's like 2 shelves and a little display table. Yeah, and that's kind of it. There's like a rack right next to it. So it's a little bit of a lot of pieces, but yeah. So the good thing is if you're military or have access to a BX that carries Vera, it's always 20% off. So that's good news for brand new items that have no other discounts anywhere else, but they don't price match sales from like Vera Bradley. So a lot of times you actually can get a better price through Vera directly. Just depends on timing, and if you're looking for a specific piece or a specific pattern placement, that's totally up to you. But since I don't have a Vera store anywhere near me, the 2 places I can go to look and put eyes on is at the BX sometimes or at the Hallmark store. And other than that, my Dillard's doesn't carry it, you know, it's nowhere. So that's it for me. But, so I was there, and I was feeling kind of sorry for myself. It was a long story. It was a rough day the other day. I decided I would check the clearance rack, and there was Vera on the clearance rack, and it was smoking hot deals. So here's what I got from the clearance rack. I got 3 backpacks. Yeah, this is an older pattern. This is Kona Paisley. It is Lighten up, not reactive, so it is more robust. It is, you know, a little bit thicker, a little sturdier, which is actually, I think, going to have better longevity. But it's a beautiful multicolored pattern. Of course, I love purple. But there you go. But look at the price. It was $23. $23.06. And the MSRP is $115. That's awesome. So I could not pass that up. I actually already have this backpack. I wasn't sure if I had the Lighten Up Grand, which this is, or whether I had the Journey. Turns out I have both. But I have a lot of nieces who need backpacks for school, even though it's kind of a weird start to school, and travels and whatnot. And so I think it's perfect. It'll be a great gift. So I went ahead and bought it anyway, because for $23, hello. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with the Grand backpack, it has a nice pocket on the front. Well, this one has paper in it that we don't need. Just stuffing for the display. But there's nothing in this pocket, it's just a nice pocket. Some of the versions had a vertical zipper. I'm glad they did away with that. Some of the versions did have a pocket with its own gusset on the front. I did prefer that over a flat, but I'll take this, it's fine. Okay, then it has 2 main compartments. Inside the first one you have a clear ID on the front, big zipper pocket, and then multiple slips. You have 2 big slips and then 4 pen slots over here. So nice, and then pretty good amount of space. It's a pretty large bag. These are great for school. Excellent for school. I always personally actually think they're excellent for travel as well. On my epic adventure, I took a Lighten Up Grand backpack as my second carry-on actually, because then I had it already for all of my excursions and whatnot for the cruise that I was going on. So there you go. And then the back compartment. One thing, these bags, when they are new, they have these hooded zippers. So if you flip the hood back, it does make it easier to get in and out of. So you're not going to futz with it like I've just been doing. But there you go. It just has a nice big slip. That's it. But nice compartment space there. The zipper pulls are the string kind, the ropes. I flip my hoods back. All right. And then it has a laptop or tech compartment, and this one goes, you know, diagonal halfway, and both sides are padded very nicely. So that is great. It has a top carry handle. It's a slicky nylon. It has Slicky nylon reinforced, padded, lighten up handles, or straps, I mean. Very adjustable, very generously sized, and a nice trolley strap right there across the middle. It does have water bottle cargo slots on the side. On the one side, not both, but the one side does have an expander, so you can get a little wider, and that is elastic on the expansion mesh there. So that's very helpful as well. So that's the brand, Lighten Up brand in Kona Paisley. This one I did not have, but the extra large campus backpack in Makani Paisley, which is the partner pattern. It's beautiful and it's big. These three backpacks are, oh my gosh. I made a mistake. Well, my bad. There was extra large campus backpacks there, and I lined all the backpacks. I thought they were all, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this, so stupid. Well, this was $23. It's not a waste or whatever. It just means I have to go back and get the other one. Because this one is a regular campus backpack. Yeah, so anyways, I lined them all up, and then I was so concerned about the pattern placement, the one I had originally picked from the other rack anyways. So I swapped out to get a better pattern placement, but I swapped out the bag style that I wanted. I didn't realize both were in there. But this one does have the nice coordinated pattern on the inside. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not even going to go over this because now I'm bored with it. Campus backpack. It has the yucky metal zipper. It was before they changed to the nicer ones, but it is pretty smooth. This one is pretty smooth. Opening is smoother than closing, but if you put a handle on it, it works good. You do have one main compartment with two elastic mesh slips up here. And then you have the tech compartment in the back. And ta-da! There you go. It has a handle. These are nicer straps. They're more of a woven, like on a canvas bag you would see. And then you have a more robust trolley sleeve on the back. It is cotton, so you have your cargo slots on the side as well. Yeah, okay. Do you ever do that and you just kick yourself in the head? I mean, $23, that's not a waste. It will be a great gift. Like I said, Christmas is coming up in a couple of months, and all the kids will just get matching backpacks. It'll be great. Yeah, so whatever. Whoops. But the third one I got, this is the Journey backpack in Kona Paisley. And I'm not going to go over all the details because we have done that many times before. I will pick one of the videos where we took a deep dive with the Journey, and I'll put it here for you. So if you want to look more deeply at the Journey, you can see that. I just don't want to make this an hour-long video. But this bag retails for $175, and I paid $35 for this bag. And there you go. I could not pass it. Even though I'm pretty sure that I had this bag, and I don't normally purposefully double up, but because of my nieces and the holidays and the multi-colors, and I have a friend who is fallen in love with the Journey, and this would be a really great gift for her as well. So I'll decide who gets what, but yeah. So that's great. That's it for the spectacular sale prices. But while I was there, I did look at the French Paisley stuff because they had a decent assortment of it, and I really wasn't looking to buy any French Paisley. I just wanted best in show. But I do love purple, and this deep, luxurious purple is right up my alley. So this French Paisley Zip ID case really screamed at me because even though it doesn't have a bird, there was one that had a perfect bird, but the rest of it was kind of eh. But this one has a lot of nice balance of space versus florals and paisleys, but it has a nice assortment of the colors and the flowers. So I just thought that was nice. And it looks, balanced on the front as well. So I thought that was real good. And I, of course, love purples and teals together, so this is a great choice. Yeah. Then I do love the all-in-ones, and I'm partial to the new style that has the full frontal and the pointers on the back. I definitely like that better. That is my preference. But look at the pattern placement on this. Really good. I mean, I got the pink bird, I've got the paisley, I've got some of the different florals, I've got that teal flower I was just talking about, and some of the other little ones. And I think it's nicely balanced. So you kind of get a nice taste of it. And then on the back, I've got a perfect bird right in the middle, like in this space. Little birdie right there. So I was really happy with that. And then, you know, the rest of it I didn't get too deep into, but this has this nice chunk of paisley almost centered and a bird right there. So I just thought that was nice. It's just nice overall, and purple on purple, so that was always good. But this style has a wristlet strap that is removable. It's a faux leather, and then you have your crossbody strap that's also removable. So what I tend to like to do is I'll use this as a wallet, and I'll keep the wristlet strap on so that I can use that as a grab and go, because this front compartment is quite roomy. It is, you know, significantly wide compared to the old ones especially. But you can put your phone in there, and it's got enough space still. See that? I mean, I could still put a lot of other things in there with it. I can put a whole nother phone. I could probably put my sunglasses in there, although I've never tried that. But you could do things like that. And then you have two compartments. Your front compartment is your main wallet. You open that up and you have your dollar bill slot here. And then you have clear ID and 3 more card slots. You have a side, 2 side slips behind that right there, 2 side slips on the other side, and then 4 more card slots right there. So a lot of cards and whatnot can fit in here. This actually is a very good wallet compartment in and of itself. But you still have the second compartment, which because they moved the coin thing used to be in between here, and now it's on the outside, but that allows much more space in this back section and opens it up. Now on one version of this that I have seen, there was more card slots on both sides, but this one just has 2 card slots right there, and it's an open compartment. This would not be optimum for coins because the end under the gusset is open. It's not a defect, it's just the way it's designed, and it's on both ends. So if you just had coins thrown in this pocket, they may fall out the bottom, possibly. But your phone does also fit nicely in that pocket, so if you chose to put it there instead of up front, you want to maybe carry like some pursey kind of things up there, chapstick, a mirror, comb, whatever, you could do that. Inhalers, things like that, they do fit in both of these pockets actually. I have tested that on request, of course. But anyway, I love having the coin thing on the back because it just makes it easier to get in and out of, and doesn't bulk up the inside of your wallet. It just works better for me, honestly. So that is the all-in-one, and a lot of extra jibber jabber about it, but I do love them. I have a closet full of them now, but I don't have any in French paisley until now, and this is cotton, so I went with cotton zip ID. By the way, one thing I didn't talk about, but is something I think about too, is like, not that you're going to need a wallet in a wallet, but you could put the zip ID in here as well, and that's, you know, yeah. There you go. Okay. So that's it from the BX. Those 5 items. And now I need to go get a 6th. Dang it. Or exchange for the right one. Anyway, I ordered the Best in Show things the other day, and with it I ordered the cozy pullover and vest, and I decided I really wanted the little small backpack. It just seemed silly. I didn't really want a fuzzy purse. I just thought that was a little bit odd, but I thought a little backpack in the winter, I mean, doesn't that just look cozy and fun and fuzzy? And it is. It's really, really soft. I think it's even softer than the pullovers, honestly. And I like the small backpack size. It's a slightly different configuration, but honestly, it's a great little bag. So anyway, I got this because I had to call and get my Best in Show Part 2, which we'll get to. But all right, so this bag is Blue Thunder. It's a small backpack, or Thunder Blue rather. Inside this front pocket, there's a big slip, and then there's 2 pen slots on the side. But look at the pretty interior pattern in there, and it does have a hooded space, so it is a taller pocket than you might think because it's all usable up there above the zipper. So there's that. It does have side cargo pockets. They are also lined with the pattern, and they are fairly roomy. They're not going to fit any really fat water bottles. They do fit phone for quick, easy access, and it is pretty secure in there as long as you're not tipping your bag or flipping it around. It works great for quick access because The phone pocket, as I would call it, is on the back. There is a slip back here, which is just discreet. It's also lined. But here's the thing, and I've said it a million times about this particular pocket on this style of bag. I love that there's a pocket back there. I think it's great. I just wish it went to the bottom because it's not big enough to use for anything real. It's really just phone size, essentially. And you can put your phone in sideways. You have to work it in. It doesn't go straight in. You have to kind of go angle and then let it fall in. But it comes like, so my phone is from here to here. You know, why can't that bag go all the way down or make it a vertical pocket? Like, because if I stand my phone up, it doesn't, yeah, I prefer it to be vertical anyways. But if it's going to be horizontal, just make it deep. I mean, I don't mind reaching down in there, but anyway, it's okay. It's just my preference. So anyway, it does have a nice carry handle on the top. These are plenty adjustable. They fit me fine. And then the main compartment is beautiful. I love this like bloom shower pattern. I wish they came out in more items and had some cotton options too, but they didn't. It's all reactive. So in here you have a zipper privacy pocket on the back, and you have 2 slips on the front right here. So, but size-wise, I mean, it is a little bigger than the Mini Orbit, of course, but it holds a lot. It's, as with the Mini Orbit from Lug, it holds a lot more than you would think for its size. But anyway, so I got Thunder Blue. Give it a try. All right. So Best in Show. One thing I haven't ordered yet, it was a cosmetic, a medium cosmetic. But I did order the doggy cosmetic, so I was like, well, you have to save money, draw a line somewhere, and that just happened to be where, that's funny, sorry. Anyway, but the Best in Show, I'd hemmed and hawed about the mini sling because I didn't need another mini sling, but for the love of dogs, I had to get one. I walk Kelly for long walks every morning and or evening. One, because I'm trying to get in shape. She needs the exercise and engagement and keeps us both occupied as we miss our sweet Lucy. So I talked before in Best in Show about the pattern, and I'll put the link here for that video where I talk about all the different doggies and some of the thoughts about which dogs fit mine. Well, there was one sling to pick from, so it was like take that or leave it. And I even waited and then had to go back and find another one because, anyways. But my dogs are on here. So if I was to look at this, let me find them. Lucy's primary one is the brown lab that is laying in a bed facing forward. It's not on the front of this bag. But her secondary, Lucy's alternate, is this beautiful, sweet doggy right here, which is quite nicely displayed right in the front. It has a little stuffy right there. That is so Lucy, that is so her face. She's a black lab, but you get the idea, personality-wise, scene-wise. This could be Kelly's. It's one of her alternates. Yeah. But then you look on the back. In the back, you get a better picture of the pattern, honestly, because it's a single piece of fabric. It's not broken up by pockets. So Kelly's primary is this goofy dog right here with the sunglasses. She sits all the time with her legs crossed just like that. Obviously, she's not running around in sunglasses, but that was her primary that I picked for her. This is one of her alternates because she does lay like that all the time. And all right, so here's Lucy's alternate again, prominently displayed, not center, but nicely covered. And then one of Lucy's alternates also, where did it go? Oh, is this one. I had to get my train of thought. This little dog that's sitting really funny. When I do Lucy's memorial video, there will be a picture or a clip in there of what I called her coochie dance. And she sat just like that. She would have one hand on her pubis and the other hand on her, well, it's not hand, her paw, on her knee. And she would she had excess skin down, anyways. It was her thing. Every now and then she had to get some itching done or something, but it was the strangest thing. But that stance totally reminds me of it. I'm sorry, you have to laugh because otherwise I'd be crying right now. All right, so tons of fun with the dogs. The one thing about the mini sling, of course, is it's small with chunky pieces. So you have some headless critters. You have some cut off. There's another headless. So it's a little choppy in some of the small pieces of fabric, but I think there's enough intact, at least on this one, that for the most part they're all good. There's just this one piece here and this one piece here. Not too bad. And then on the sides and on the back, they're pretty intact. And I've got both of my dogs represented in multiples, so I'm really happy with that. Really, really happy with that. On the strap, of course, there's more dogs, and actually as far as the strap goes, not too bad. None of them are for me per se, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so the mini sling, if you haven't seen it, there's a zipper pocket on the back, and it is pretty roomy. And then you have your main slip, or main zipper. I don't know why I keep missing my words today. It's just their main pocket. It covers everything. It is reactive, so it's water repellent. And then you have one pocket on the front there. And it's not big enough for my phone, unfortunately, but it does fit a lot of other things. Lots of wallets, a zip ID, you know, whatever you need for your walk, ride, run. And it has, of course, the strap. The mini sling is designed to be a convertible bag, so you can use it as a sling or you can use it as a belt bag. And so it has an extra piece in there to allow for that. There you go. And I got the lunch bunch because the lunch bunch is a great packing accessory. And since I went all like with doggy bags for the dogs, that meant I got the drawstring family tote, the doggy cosmetic, the ditty bag, and the lunch bunch. Like things I could pack their bag with, like treats in one, toys in one, dog food in another, so I can put it in Ziplocs and put it in the ditty bag or put it in here. You know, just have fun with the dogs for the dogs. But the cool thing about lunch bunches is, again, you get a nice chunk of fabric that's uninterrupted in one swath. And on this bag, there are 6 sides if you think about it. There's a front and a back. As I said that backwards, the front and a back. You have 2 sides and you have a top and a bottom, right? So 6 sides of a cube, if you will. And Lucy is on 4 or 5 of the sides in her primary. So there's Lucy's primary, laying in the bed, facing on. That's her primary one. So she's right there, and she's on the back, right there, not chopped at all. She's on the side over here. She's upside down, but she's there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. She's cut off on the bottom here. But anyway, so she's on there, and let's see, is Kelly on here? I forgot. My Aunt Scotty is on there, so tertiary representation. Scotty over here. Kelly's main ones are not on here, just her swimming pool shake. And cup on the nose. Yep, so Kelly missed out, but it's all about Lucy anyway, so there she is. Yay, right in the middle. Okay, that's all the best in show I got. But I did get Bloom Shower, Zip ID, and Lanyard. This was the one that comes together as a set. And I got that versus just the Zip ID because of the pattern placements. There were a few to pick from. This is reactive, by the way, so I don't have a lot of reactive Zip IDs. I don't need another Zip ID, but I wanted this. I wanted this to go with some of my bags, including my reactive hipster that I got in this pattern. But I just thought it was balanced. I didn't even get to pick on that side, but that was a beautiful flower pick for that. So I'm real happy with that. And the lanyard is just pieces of the pattern. Small notebook with pocket. I just love it. It's kind of these blues with the grays, but it's purple and they're nicely spaced. It really just pops nicely. And it's a great size little notebook. So I got that. And I also got the Cosmetic Duo Reactive Cosmetic set in Bloom Shower. Again, it's just these beautiful flowers, and it has the dark blue, light blue, a deep blue, it has a pale blue, it has white, yellow, black, gray, pink. Yeah, it really pops in with like the pinks and the yellows. So Nice patterns, beautiful florals. That's a small piece. This I will use with my Reactive Hipster. I'm not sure the bigger one could, well, I'll use it for sure, but probably too big to wear in the Hipster is not that big of a bag actually. But for a catch-all, I could definitely use the inner piece, but it's very nice. Very, very usable and water repellent, so that's always great. And then I got the On a Roll case in Performance Twill Bedford Plaid. And I got really lucky with the pattern placement. I mean, you know, plaid is lined up, so it's nice. It goes all the way around. But the funny thing, this flower lines up with what's underneath it almost. I mean, it's not quite the same flower, but it doesn't look like it's chopped off. It looks like it's continuous flower almost. And then when you open it up, you have a beautiful flower anyways. One thing is I didn't realize that they've gone to these snaps. They are magnetic, but they used to be hidden magnets. I don't know when they transitioned, or maybe that's a Performance Twill thing, because I do not have one of these in Performance Twill until now. But so if you know, I'd be curious. I haven't, because I don't have a lot of these, but I have a few. But anyway, so there's that. These have a zipper pocket here, and it's clear. You can hold a bunch of stuff. More stuff you put in that pocket though, then it affects how it fits around that bend, so beware. Don't overstuff that pocket with bulky items or you'll never get the thing closed again. But then you have, of course, your roll pocket, which in this case is nicely stuffed, but with the pretty floral interior. It's almost like a inverted colors of the bloom shower. Not quite, it's different, but sort of a watered down version of those same flowers. But really, really pretty pattern. And my first Performance Twill On a Roll case. I thought this would go really nicely with my black bags, with my blue bags, my navy bags. I don't have any white bags because who would be that silly? But I thought it would go good with all of those. So that's nice. And it does match with this. I mean, it's not a perfect direct match, but in a bigger bag, those I would totally use those together and call that matchy-matchy or mixy-matchy. All right, anyway, last thing I got is a set of Jibbitz for the floating garden. These are for the Crocs. I did buy this from Vera, which, if you did not know, was more expensive than buying them from Crocs. And you could only buy one set, and I wanted two because I had two shoes, and I was just gonna put 3 on each. But I returned those clogs, so I do not have the floating garden clogs. I just have the Jibbitz now. I'm not sure I'm going to keep them. Yeah, I might. I don't know. I don't know because I bought them to go with the clogs that I returned because they didn't fit my feet well. But speaking of Jibbitz and clogs, I did share the Crocs haul, like a bunch of different pairs of Crocs and all the Jibbitz that I picked. I'll put that video here for you if you didn't see it, to see the whole variety of different ones I got, Vera and non-Vera. But Crocs was having a really good sale right before the Vera stuff came out, so I sort of, anyway, watch that video. I'll explain all the crazy. But one thing I did want to come back and share, since we're talking about the Jibbitz, is I had mentioned that I had a few old Jibbitz, and I decided to put on these are my shoe ones. Clearly I've tested them out now. But I thought my old Jibbitz that have just a little bling on them and they match nicely, they go really well with the navy. I thought, you know, I could really totally do that, and it sort of feminizes these clod hoppers. So I'm gonna go with that, and they're just gonna stay on there like that. As for the other ones, because I've just been really not gotten into Jibbitz because aside from those random ones, which has its own story, I mean, people who just have them all over, like, is this what people do for real? They just put Jibbitz all over their clogs. These are my slip-in fuzzy ones. These are great for around the house, even in the summer because they get a little warm, but then you don't have to wear socks and you don't get a sweaty feet. It's all anyway, but great for the winter too. Inside, outside, because they go outside. But blah, blah, blah. So when I had shared the Jibbitz that I had gotten, I had mentioned that I ordered a paw and a heart, but those had gotten canceled from my order. That's just because I guess the availability dropped out. But when I went to the Crocs store to return my 2 pairs of Crocs, they had them. So I was able to get the heart after all and the paw, and I actually got 2 paws. They also had Pumbaa So I had to get that because hello, Warthog Princess and Pumbaa. Yeah, it's a warthog. So there you go. So I have my Mickey and Minnie and my Mickey and Minnie and my M for that. Obviously, Mickey and Minnie love each other, so the heart's between them. But I'm Tigger and my niece is Rue, or Piglet, rather, not Rue. So Tigger and Piglet, and then the sun for Arizona and the cactus. So, and by the way, we have Javelina, so that also goes with the theme anyways. So that's what I've done with all of the other giblets. They're all on one pair of Crocs. And I think that's the way they're going to stay. I don't really know, but anyways. So thanks for watching. I know that got a little bit chatty, but hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to have to go out to the base again tomorrow and swap backpacks because I don't think I need both. But anyway, take care. Have a great weekend. Hope you're doing really well, staying healthy and happy, and take care of each other. Look out for your family and your friends, and have a great time. Bye for now. Washy washy.